I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. It ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. The struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes I knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember most. Yeah, just gotta keep going, and I gotta be strong. Just keep pushing on, 'cause there's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's a There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. Keep on moving, keep climbing, keep the faith, baby. It's all about the climb. Keep your faith, keep your Take a deep breath, gotta find your own light. Watch how the petals of a dandelion fly. Let a shooting star run across the midnight sky. Throw a coin in a wishing well, let it fall down. Send a gold balloon up into the clouds. Make a wish now. Make a wish now. Close eyes, believe with all our might. Spark a dream, light it up till it burns bright. Nothing in the universe can knock us down. We can have it all, we got each other now. Anything is possible. Everywhere wish tonight. Close eyes, believe with all our might. Spark a dream, light it up till it burns bright. Nothing in the universe can knock us down. We can have it all, we got each other now. Anything is possible. Every wish is magical. Starlight, starlight, close our eyes. Star I see. Oh, I wish
FMG.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week 16 of the AAU War Tour League live on the AAU War Tour Radio. K. Remy, myself, Eddie Turner to my right, of course, live in the studios. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight it features a game that we seen the last regular season, a game of the 2016 War Tour basketball season. It's the Dayton Wolves, the number 2 seeded Dayton Wolves now, Eddie. The number 2 seeded Dayton Wolves versus the Maine-Line Jaguars. We are live right here in Portland, Oregon, where the Dayton Wolves look to go on their 6-game winning streak tonight, if they could possibly defeat the Maine-Line Jaguars right here in Oregon.
Okay, that's a big if. Remember, in the 2016 regular season, the end of the 2016 regular season, the Dayton Wolves and the Maine-Line Jaguars took effect right here in Portland, Oregon, where the Dayton Wolves fell 79-86. In fact, since Maine-Line Jaguars won that game, Kate, the city of Portland, Oregon made it known after the game. Horns, everything was being blown, shirts being thrown, everything was being tossed in the air. The atmosphere outside of this arena, this gym, was just phenomenal. Pandemonium for the Dayton Wolves, but phenomenal for the Maine-Line Jaguars achieving that goal, heading into the War Tour National Tournament. However, the Maine-Line Jaguars did not last long. The Dayton Wolves went all the way to the national championship. The Dayton Wolves lost to the Lake Erie Monsters, which we've seen countless great games encountered from these two. It all started Mother's Day 2016 with the Dayton Wolves star Chance Miller made the ball and Capri effect in regards to Brianna Washington. So just this game right here, brings a lot of memories back from last season, especially for Chance Miller and the Dayton Wolves. But I'm sure that the Dayton Wolves will go on to beat the Maine-Line Jaguars in this 2017 season right here. November. So the Dayton Wolves number 2 now. Hey, so Maine-Line Jaguars do not stand a chance.
And the Dayton Wolves coming into this game, Eddie, with a record of 12-3, or 11-3. 11-3 coming into this game. The Maine-Line Jaguars 9-6. The Dayton Wolves on a 5-game winning streak, looking to make it 6 tonight. If they can possibly get past Maine-Line Jaguars, the next game for the Dayton Wolves, Eddie, they will be back at home in the Wolves Den against Double Pump, a sure classic for November, just before the game of the month. Well, the game of the month, the Dayton Wolves versus Toronto Terror, which will be a great game live in Toronto, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you guys are with us live on AAU War Tour Radio for that game. But we're going to talk about the Dayton Wolves and the Maine-Line Jaguars from last game. We're going to talk specifically about C. Miller, who finished that game with 44 points, shot 15 of 28 in that game, and 15 of 28 from the field goals, as well as Miller bombing 8 3-pointers in a row. 8 3-pointers in a row, Eddie. Remember the last time the Dayton Wolves star shot that many 3-pointers? He finished with 7 and 7 dropped for the Dayton Wolves against a team, I think it was Middletown Academy last season. The Dayton Wolves dropped 7. Well, C. Miller dropped 7 3-pointers in a row, which was the article named Angel in the Backcourt, featuring C. Miller on the cover with Brianna Washington, which was a great game. The Dayton Wolves bombed 7 3-pointers in a row. So this game right here just brings a lot of memories back for Chance Miller and the Dayton Wolves, as you said before. It was just a fantastic night for the Dayton Wolves, but Miller is trying his best to come out with the victory tonight, Eddie, as we conclude from that and look at the stats coming into this game, just because there's really nothing we could talk about right now, just because this is the first game. I'm going to start with the Dayton Wolves. Of course, you go on with Maine-Line. The Dayton Wolves star Chance Miller coming into this game with 24 points average on a week-out basis. Still 4.1 rebounds, 8.9 with 9 assists per game. Miller's block still holding steady at 1.3. Miller is shooting at a 45% from the field goals. Miller is also shooting now at a 37% from the 3-point line, which we're gonna talk about Miller in the past few weeks. The Dayton Wolves star Miller has shot a great 50% from the 3-point line, Eddie. 50% from the 3-point line C. Miller has shot in the past weeks of basketball action, as well as the Dayton Wolves getting to the line. 18 free throws have been bombed for the Dayton Wolves in the past weeks of play. 18 as a group, as a whole, and of course Miller is the standout for that one, as we seen him bomb 10 free throws in a row, throughout the night, like in a row, not missing a single one. So that is great for the Dayton Wolves. Miller is shooting now at a 95% from the free throw line, so his free throw percentage is going up each game, as he now shoots at a 94%. Chris Johnson also right here with the Dayton star Chance Miller at number 2. He's the center, number 23, coming into this game, shooting with finishing with 11.5 points night in and night out, as well as snagging down 8.3 rebounds, as well as diming 2 assists per game for a center. That's great. 65% from the field goals, 23% from behind the 3-point line, as well as a 75% free throw shooter. D.Y. Winston, who we seen stand out last game with 19 points for the Dayton Wolves. Comes in rounding off the top 3 for the Dayton Wolves, coming in this game with 10 points average, as well as snagging out 5 rebounds, 1 assist per game, as well as 1 steal. D.Y. Winston also shooting at a 70% from inside, 28% outside, as well as a 75% free throw shooting. The Dayton Wolves is shooting at they average, let's go into this, they average 86 points per game. Ladies and gentlemen, field goals made, these guys are shooting at a 51% as a whole, a 33% from the 3-point line, and an 83% from the free throw line as a team. So that is great. Toronto Terror right down next to the Dayton Wolves as far as the best teams for this season. Then you have the Lake Erie Monsters, then Greenwood, then Team Concept, Chicago Lockdown, as well as the Twin City Boys and the Houston Phenoms. That is the top 8. But the Dayton Wolves leading so far, as we jump to Eddie and the Maine-Line Jaguars.
Alright, Kate, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. We're going to jump straight to the Maine-Line Jaguars. The Maine-Line Jaguars having a struggle so far this season, as was mentioned before. But of course, the Maine-Line Jaguars has some breakout stars. Number 8, Dante McCarthy, who comes into this game averaging 12 points per game, 12.5 points per game, as well as snagging down 1.5 rebounds, averaging 5 assists night in, night out, 1 steal, as well as shooting at a 44% from the field, 32% from beyond the three-point line, and he is an 81% free throw shooter. Monte Bush, who is at the top of the key, the starting point guard, number 21, who will be guarding Miller tonight. He comes into this game averaging 11 points per game, as well as 1.5 rebounds, 2 assists per game, shooting at a 42% from the field goals, a 28% from the three-point line, and he is a 76% free throw shooter. The power forward down low, which goes by the name Emmanuel Holmes, number 7, is coming into this game averaging 11 points per game, as well as 5.5 rebounds, as well as 1.5 assists. He is a 40% shooter inside, a 32% bomber from outside, and a 75% free throw shooter for the Maine-Line Jaguars. So we're gonna jump to the injuries for tonight. Number 0, also named Emmanuel Davis, 6'5", point guard. He is out for the game with a broken right ankle. He will be out of action for 1 to 2 weeks. But a player who I am looking forward to tonight is, of course, the big man down low for the Maine-Line Jaguars. He is the center. His number is number 31, and his name is Dayton Wolves. This guy stands at 6'11", weighing in at a solid 230 pounds, and his age is 23. From North Carolina, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot wait to see how he compares with Chris Johnson and Dwight Winston tonight. But I know that DW and CJ will have their hands full with this 6'11" point guard, and they will get the feel of how Miller felt when he was going against Jacory, 6'7", at a point guard stage. But Dwayne Underwood will do remarkable things. He is a tremendous rebounder, as he's coming into this game, snagging down 6.5 rebounds. Not a big point scorer with 5.5 points, but he is a 68% field goal shooter, as well as a 90% free throw shooter. So you do not want to put him on the line. That will do it for the Maine-Line Jaguars. Like you said, not a lot to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, because this is the first meet between these two. But these two have had history in the past 2 years of the AAU War Tour Basketball League, and it continues with the first game tonight, live on AAU War Tour Radio in the 2017 basketball season. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back as soon as we get some pregame playlist music presented by no one other than Radio Heaven's Underground Music. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back live in the studios.
I wrote the song as a message for help, on behalf of anybody finding theyself. I wrote this letter to numb your pain, 'cause every day I wake up I'm feeling the same. I got issues just like you got issues. I've been hurt, I've seen the scar tissue. If I showed you, would you run away? Do I gotta hide them for you to wanna stay? Do I even need you? Should I leave you? Do I gotta be you just to please you? Do I say I'm all good when I bleed you through my heart? Quit tearing mine apart.
I swear I get scared. I fall, I break, I mess up, I make mistakes. But if you can't take me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best.
Gotta keep it going, gotta keep my head up, gotta keep it going, gotta keep my head up, I gotta keep it going, gotta keep my head up, 'cause life is about. Alright, check this out. Look, life is about making mistakes. It's also about trying to be great. Right. Do not let failure scare you away. I know you fed up, you fall, get up. It's all in us. I can speak about it 'cause I did it. True. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the exhibit. It's my life. Look a little closer, you can see the highlights. Gold ain't always golden, but I told him, look at all the years I've been waiting for a moment. Shed a lot of tears just to smile in the morning. Tell me, could you love me? Tell me, could you love me? Tell me, could you love me if I told you
I said, oh, I swear I get angry, I get scared. I fall, I break, I mess up, I make mistakes. But if you can't take me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best.
anybody. Yeah, who feels like I did, never the cool kid. This song's for anybody who fought their way through, always remain true. This song's for anybody. The ones who trying to get it, the ones who dreaming and living. This song's for anybody. The song, the song, the song, the song, the song, the song. What I do? Yeah. And I ain't sorry about it.
You can't take me at my worst. You don't deserve me at my best.
Gotta keep it going, gotta keep my head up, gotta keep it going, gotta keep my head up, I gotta keep it going, gotta keep my head up, cause life is about it.
FMG.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the studios as we get set to wrap up the pregame tip-off show to go down courtside with the Dayton Wolves and the Maine-Line Jaguars do battle in the Student Recreation Center right here live in Portland State University. But first, before we go, Eddie, I want to talk about the game of the month for the Southeastern Conference, which was the Lake Erie Monsters taking on the Toronto Terror. The Lake Erie Monsters winning that game 59-68 as Cameron Caden led the way, 16 points, 1 rebound, 7 assists, 3 steals, shot 2 of 5 from the 3-point line, 7 of 13 from the field goals, and did not go to the stripe. And we're going to look at Ashley Davis, who finished that game, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists as well, with 3 steals as well. 2 turnovers in that game, 4 of 11 shooting from the field, 0 of 2 from the 3-point line, but a 2 of 4, 50% from the free throw line. So the Lake Erie Monsters won this game and they improved their record. Now they are number 1. As the Dayton Wolves number 2, Toronto Terror number 3. Looking to stay number 3 heading into this game of the month for the Southwestern Conference. November 29th, 2017, the Dayton Wolves will be traveling to Toronto to take on the Toronto Terror. It will be a fantastic game for the month of November. That is the reason it will be the game of the month. The Lake Erie Monsters finished this game with 26 rebounds in total, 22 assists, 9 steals, 3 blocks, 7 turnovers as a whole, 28 of 60 from the field goals, 9 of 21 from the 3-point line, as well as 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Comparison, the Lake Erie Monsters shot 47% from the field, 43% from the 3-point line, and 50% of course from the free throw line. Toronto, 23 of 51, 45% from the field goal, 7 of 13 from the 3-point line, which is like 54%, and 6 of 8, 75% from the free throw line. So these teams were close all throughout the game. However, Lake Erie won this game due to the part of Toronto Terror's turnovers. 19 turnovers as a group, Eddie. 19 turnovers committed by the Toronto Terror as the Lake Erie Monsters took full advantage of that. The Lake Erie Monsters bench outscored the Toronto Terror. We scored 21-18. The assist, Lake Erie won that one, 22 of 16. Rebound totals, Lake Erie Monsters lost that. Steals, Lake Erie won, 9 of 3. Blocks, Toronto won, 7 of 3. So it was a real struggle for, well, both teams was evenly matched, you know, but it's just Lake Erie Monsters have 2 stars who have led their way. They Lake Erie Monsters now on a 9-game winning streak. The 9-game winning streak for the Toronto Terror has subsided due to the fact that the Lake Erie Monsters did beat them, but they can continue, especially going into this game against the Dayton Wolves. That would be a fantastic game, Eddie, and I just can't wait to see what's going on, what will happen as the Dayton Wolves looks to make short opponents for the Maine-Line Jaguars and go ahead and get ready for the double pump basketball team out of Los Angeles, California next week, which is November the 12th, 2017, right here on AAU War Tour Radio. Then we have a break, and then it's the game of the month.
Well, just judging from these 3 teams, Kate, the Dayton Wolves, of course, we know is 12-3. Looking to make their record 13-3 if they can possibly win this game tonight against the Maine-Line Jaguars. Toronto Terror dropped down to 15-3 of the season so far. Lake Erie Monsters 11-3. So both the all three teams, the Dayton Wolves, Toronto, and Lake Erie, both have 3 losses coming into this week of action. The Dayton Wolves, of course, looking to make it 6 games in a row as the Lake Erie Monsters still on a winning streak. Toronto Terror's winning streak concludes, but at least we have the Dayton Wolves and the Lake Erie Monsters a contest between these two teams. We know it is phenomenal. As we're going to ahead and go and wrap up this pregame tip-off show, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you enjoyed this short, brief one, but we have to get everything going right now, ladies and gentlemen. So without further ado, please enjoy the rest of the pregame playlist presented by Radio Heaven's Underground Music, and we will see you in just a few.
Man, too broke to pay attention. Man. Yeah. Man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. I'm like, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. The game is friendless, the pain is endless. The game changed, I blame these lame pretenders. My friends and Benzes parked at the entrance. Inside, you still hear the engine. Like, ren, this is your ending. If you're offended, I dare you fucking defend it. These M's is rushing through my blood like the Kremlin. I'm back with a vengeance, and this is what the sound of revenge is. Win-win, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. I'm like, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. Where I come from, you can't visit. I talk money, I guess you understand different. Hand gestures, counting this shit till my hands blister. You can't miss us, my weed louder than Fran Drescher. Pinky rings, hand kisses, soprano beats. I feel like Paulie Castellano in designer stitches. I heard him say I made Rihanna hitless. mind your business. What kind of honor is this? I'm trying to see Madonna digits, all kind of riches. In Miami, winding down with the finest. Everybody acting kind of vicious. These politicians won't let my brother Muhammad visit. I'm like, man, listen, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. I'm like, man, listen, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. He's a fake baller, globe trotter, bank account $4. No, come on, I know you wanna pop collars, pop collars. I know you wanna pop for a shot collar. Smoking top dollar, pull up in that top dollar. Yeah, she got that top dollar. We cost top dollar. Yeah, man, listen, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. I'm like, man, listen, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. Whoa.
Falling too fast to prepare for this. Tripping in the world could be dangerous. Everybody circling as vultures. Negative, nepotist. Everybody waiting for the fall of man. Everybody praying for the end of times. Everybody hoping they could be the one. I was born to run, I was born for this. Whip, run me like a racehorse. Pull me like a ripcord. Break me down and build me up. I wanna be the slip. Word upon your lip. Rather that you rip. Break me down and build me up. Whatever it takes. Feeling miserable, always hanging on to the visual. I wanna be invisible. Looking at my years like I'm martyrdom. Everybody needs to be a part of them. Never be enough from the prodigal son. I was born to run, I was born for this. Whip, run me like a racehorse. Pull me like a ripcord. Break me down and build me up. I wanna be the slip. Word upon your lip. Rather that you rip. Break me down and build me up. Whatever it takes. Egotistical, don't wanna be the parenthetical, hypothetical, working out of something that I'm proud of. Out of the box, an epoxy to the world and the vision we've lost. I'm an apostrophe, I'm just a symbol to remind you that there's more to see. I'm just a product of the system of catastrophe, and yet a masterpiece, and yet I'm half diseased. And when I am deceased, at least I go down to the grave and die happily, and leave the body of my soul to be a part of me. I do what it takes. Whatever it takes, 'cause I love the adrenaline in my veins. I do whatever it takes, 'cause I love how it feels when I break the chain. Whatever it takes, yeah, take me to the top. I'm ready for whatever it takes, 'cause I love the adrenaline in my veins. I do what it takes.
FMG.
FMG. FMG.
FMG.
FMG. FMG.
Gentlemen, to the Student Recreation Center live in Portland, Oregon, where the Dayton Wolves and the Maine-Line Jaguars do battle. Chris Johnson, Dwayne Underwood getting set for a tip-off as the officials about to toss the ball in the air. Dwayne kicks it back to Emmanuel. Emmanuel dishes it off to number 8, which is Dante McCarthy, guarded by Miller at the top of the key. Dante throws the ball over to Monte. Monte pump fake goes around Watkins. Passes it inside to Dwayne. Dwayne is good for the 2 points. The first 2 points of the game for Maine-Line Jaguars as Chris Johnson passes the ball in to Miller. Miller crossing half court. Kicks it over to Manny Reeves. Manny Reeves at the top of the key. Miller goes left side. Passes it to Winston. Winston left corner. Gonna dish it back into Manny Reeves. Manny Reeves goes up, blocked by Dwayne. Rebounded by Monte. Monte up the floor to Emmanuel. Emmanuel for 3 is good to take it to a 5-0 lead early in the first quarter of play. Miller kicking the ball up to Manny Reeves. Manny Reeves back to Miller. Miller gets a screen by Johnson. Miller's gonna go left side, lobs it up to Johnson. Johnson drops it in for 2.
And of course, that is the favorite play, the best play that Miller and Johnson has together. We've seen this play do its damage against Carolina Thunder in North Carolina, but tonight the Maine-Line Jaguars will be familiar with the Miller and Johnson connection as inside Monte Bush misses it, rebounded by Watkins. Watkins pushing the ball up the floor, passes it to Miller. Miller left side's going to go in, blocked by Underwood, rebounded by Johnson. Johnson kicks it out to Watkins. Watkins over to Winston. Winston to Reeves. Reeves ties the game up with the 3 in the right corner. And that will silence the crowd as Dante crossing half court, picked up by Miller. Miller almost with the steal, but it's recollected by Monte. Miller is going to commit his first foul for the Dayton Wolves, and that will be a reaching foul for Dayton's first team foul, Miller's first personal. 6:30 left in the first quarter of play, all tied up at 5 apiece.
I see Miller already committing his first. It will be a fast-paced game as we see so far. Number 8, Dante with the ball off the inbound by Underwood. Picked up by Miller. 10 seconds on the clock. Gets a screen by Underwood. And Dante's going to kick it down low to Underwood. Underwood for 2. Down low for his 4th point of the night. 5-7, Miller crossing half court for the Dayton Wolves. Gets a screen by Winston. Winston rotating to inside. Miller with another lob pass to Winston this time. Good for 2 to tie this game back up at 7 apiece. With 6 minutes left in the first quarter of play, both teams finding solutions for each other's defense so far. Offensively, both teams are clicking. As Monte Bush with the ball. Picked up by Manny Reeves. Right side, 10 seconds left on the clock. He's gonna hold it, gets a screen by number 7, but Monte's gonna fire the 3. No good this time. Chris Johnson with the rebound. Chris Johnson bringing the ball up the floor for the Dayton Wolves. Kicks it over to Watkins at the top of the key. Watkins gonna go left side. Miller goes, rotates behind Watkins to the top of the key. Drops it off to Miller. Miller gets another screen by Winston. Except this time Miller kicks it to Winston at the free throw line. Out to Watkins. 5 seconds left on the clock to Reeves. Miller with the ball now for 3. Airs it short. And that will be out of bounds on the Dayton Wolves. Miller with the air ball. And it will be Maine-Line Jaguars basketball. 5:22 left. All tied up 7 apiece.
Well, first I want to congratulate Dante McCarthy on sticking with Miller, coming off those screens. That's number 8. Dante right now has the ball picked up by Miller. Dante kicks it over to Monte. Monte is fouled and won by Chris Johnson. That is his first team second. And Monte now heads to the line for 1, who now has an opportunity of taking a 3-point lead with 5:15 left in the first quarter of play. Monte, as we talked about, is a phenomenal free throw shooter. Is not as better as his defender. As Monte misses the first one, rebounded by Chris Johnson up the floor to Miller. Miller kicks it back into Chris Johnson. Johnson is stopped, double team, kicks it over to Manny Reeves, left corner, back out to Miller. Miller gets a screen, left side by Chris Johnson. You know the play, ladies and gentlemen. Miller lobs it up to Chris Johnson, and Johnson connects on the two. Seen it from a mile away, Eddie. 2 points, and that will tie this game up at 9 apiece.
And that will be the difference maker tonight as Monte, no Dante. Cross half court picked up by Miller, of course. Left side, he passes it over to Underwood. Underwood beyond the three-point line, passes it to number 7, which is Emmanuel for 3. Yes, sir, you can count it. 9-12, 440, and the shots continue to drop for both teams. Miller now with the ball crossing half court. Picked up, double team now. Miller gets a screen by Johnson. Miller does not get it all. He tried to kick it down low to Johnson, but turned it over. Miller now commits another reaching foul. That is his second, team's third. As Wales comes in the game for Miller as he gets his second personal. This crowd now is silent. Monte Bush, Monte Bush gonna shoot it at the free throw line, no good. Rebounded by Winston. Winston up to Watkins. Monte Bush now 2 points in the game. 1 of 4 shooting from the field goal. 2 assists. As Wales kicks it over to Watkins. Watkins passes it back in, but it's turned over for the Dayton Wolves. An offensive 3-second violation in the key, and that goes on Mike Wales. Turnover, Dayton Wolves yet again. Now Maine-Line Jaguars has an opportunity to extend this lead even more. As Monte Bush now with the ball picked up by Manny Reeves at top of the key, gets a screen by Underwood. Monte Bush going to the right side, stopped, gonna go back left. Great defense, great perimeter defense for the Dayton Wolves as Monte Bush gets a screen by Underwood yet again inside to Underwood, and you can count yet another 2 points, and that will force the Dayton Wolves on a timeout, ladies and gentlemen, for our first break of the game. The Dayton Wolves down 9-14, 3:50 left in the first quarter of play, and we'll be right back live on AAU War Tour Radio as we continue the first quarter of play. Dayton Wolves trail.
A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. I'm like, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. The game is friendless, the pain is endless. The game changed, I blame these lame pretenders. My friends and Benzes parked at the entrance. Inside, you still hear the engine. Like, ren, this is your ending. If you're offended, I dare you f***ing defend it. These M's is rushing through my blood like the Kremlin. I'm back with a vengeance, and this is what the sound of revenge is. Win-win, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. I'm like, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. Where I come from, you can't visit. I talk money, I guess you.
This is the sound of a nation becoming. Messy and miraculous.
I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens. I wanna be, I've got to be.
This is the story of America then, told by America now.
We dream of a brand new start, but we dream in the dark for the most part. Dark as a tomb where it happens. I've got to be in the room where it happens. I've got to know where it happens. I've got to know.
This is for all of us. Hamilton, an American musical on Broadway. Be there when it happens.
Click, boom.
We're here asking people from all over what they think of Lipton green tea. Let's hear what people from Texas have to say. How about China? Germany? How about people from the North Pole? Or Mars? What about mimes? Oh, right. People with their jaws wired shut?
Oh.
Yeah, a barbershop quartet. Oh, you guys are great. How about race car drivers? What about you, high school glee club, here on a field trip? Well, that settles it. It sounds like everyone loves the taste of Lipton green tea. With its protective antioxidants from real tea, it's not just good for you, it's to you. Lipton tea can do that.
Subway Restaurant's Storytime Theater proudly presents Jack and the Beanstalk.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell something delicious. Hey, little fella, what you got there?
Oh, this? It's the big hot pastrami sub from Subway Restaurants.
That does look tasty.
It sure is. Climbing that beanstalk out there makes you hungry.
You mind if I have a bite?
Sure. I'll trade you for that goose over there with the golden eggs.
You got a deal.
Hungry for something big? Then pick up a big hot pastrami sub from Subway Restaurants. Layer upon layer of delicious hot pastrami stacked high and toasted to flavorful perfection on freshly baked bread. Topped with pickles, mustard, and melted Swiss cheese, it's the perfect way to satisfy any giant-sized appetite. Big hot pastrami available at participating restaurants for a limited time only. See restaurants for details. Subway. Eat fresh.
Falling too fast to prepare for this. Tripping in the world could be dangerous. Everybody circling as vultures. Negative, nepotist. Everybody waiting for the fall of man. Everybody praying for the end of times. Everybody hoping they could be the one. I was born to run, I was born for this. Whip, whip, run me like a racehorse. Pull me like a ripcord. Break me down and build me up. I wanna be the slip, slip. Word upon your lip, lip. Rather that you rip, rip. Break me down and build me up. Whatever it takes.
Ladies and gentlemen, to Portland, Oregon, as the Dayton Wolves now trail by 5, 9-14. Substitution goes in, tag Jameson in for the Dayton Wolves, and Jesse Mullins in for Maine-Line Jaguars as the Dayton Wolves get possession. As Jameson passes it into Wales, Wales crossing half court. As he sets a play for the Dayton Wolves, he crosses left, crosses right, passes it down low to Chris Johnson. Johnson out to Watkins. Watkins back to Wales. Wales almost turns the ball over, but picked it back up as he kicks it back over to Winston. Winston over to Watkins. Reeves now to Wales. Wales passes it down low to Johnson. Johnson goes up, no good. Rebounded by Underwood as Underwood kicks it over to Dante. Dante rushing the floor as Wales picks him up, guarding him to his right. Along the top of the key. Dante still with the ball holding but the possession. He passes it to Underwood. Underwood's gonna go up against Johnson. Is fouled. And that is Johnson's second. The Dayton Wolves now with 14 fouls. One more will put the Dayton Wolves in the penalty. As Underwood now heads to the line for 2 to make it a 7-point game with 3:08 left in the first quarter of play.
And no doubt, Kate, that Underwood has been the difference maker for this game. He continues to attack the Dayton Wolves down low, and when he gets to the free throw line, he can knock those down as the Dayton Wolves make a group substitution. I'm sure the starters come back in. Yes, Miller comes back in the game, as well as Keith Brown comes into the game, and the rest of the Dayton Wolves stay on the floor. Damian West comes in as shooting guard for the Maine-Line Jaguars as number 31 Underwood makes his second free throw, 9-16, as Watkins passes the ball into Miller. Miller going to the left side of the floor, gonna cross over, picked up by no one than number 8. The crowd on their feet. Miller gets a screen by Brown. Miller's gonna attack down low. He goes up, and his shot is no good. Rebounded by 29. Passes it up to Monte shoots the three, and that's no good. The Dayton Wolves now 0 points in the last 2.5 minutes of play. As Miller gets the ball right side, passes it to Manny Reeves. Manny Reeves wide open for a shot. No good. Rebounded by Corey Banks. Number 28 passes it to Monte. Monte kicks it over to 11. Back to Monte. Monte 1-on-1 with Miller. As he passes it back to West, which is number 11. West gonna attack down low. No, kicks it down to number 28, who is fouled by Brown, and that will put number 28 on the line as well as put the Dayton Wolves in the penalty. And now number 28 heads to the line for 2. Foul on Keith Brown, his first, team's 5th. And this lead is just getting bigger and bigger by the minute.
You can thank the Maine-Line Jaguars defense adding Vance Miller. 0 of 2 starting off tonight. 0 of 3 actually. 0 of 3. He has been rejected once down in the low block as Corey Banks, number 28, at the line for the Maine-Line Jaguars, knocks down the first one. 9-17 as Underwood now checks out for Zachary Nixon at the power forward position. And Corey Banks now heading back to the line, getting set for his second out of 2 to make it 9-18. That one is good. A 9-point game for the Maine-Line Jaguars early in the first quarter. 2:20 left in the first quarter of play. Miller crossing half court, crosses left side, crosses behind his back. He's gonna go right side. He kicked it down low to Jamison. Jamison finally puts 2 points on the board to break this 3-minute drought scoring for the Dayton Wolves. 11-18, back to a 7-point game. Miller picking up the defense on Monte. He gets a screen by Zachary. Monte goes right side, kicks it over to Zach. Zach at the corner, kicks it back out to Monte, picked up by Jamison. Yeah, Monte gets another screen by Zachary, gonna fire the 3, no good, rebounded by Miller. Miller rushing the floor for the Dayton Wolves, kicks it over to Jamison. Jamison doesn't take the shot. The Dayton Wolves lead the rebound total, 7 of 14 against the Maine-Line Jaguars. As Manny Reeves kicks it to Miller at the free throw line. Miller's gonna shoot, and it's knocked out of his hands by Monte, recovered by Monte all the way. And that is 2 points by Monte Bush. 4 points in the game, 2 of 7 from the field goals, 3 assists, 1 block. As he racked up his block right there. Manny Reeves with the ball at the top of the key, kicks it over to Brown. Brown at the right side, kicked it down low to Miller. Miller is fouled by Corey Banks. That is his first, team's second. Miller heading to the line for 2 finally to try and put his first 2 points on the board.
Well, you know these are short free throws for the Dayton Star. Might as well rack up Miller's first 2 points of the game. 13-20, 1:15 left after Miller knocks down both of these free throws. Here's his first one, ladies and gentlemen. His first one is good. Of course, 12-20, 1:15. Dayton Wolves now down 8. Dayton Wolves still fighting, but this is how the Dayton Wolves is going to possibly get their points. They're shooting horribly on the field tonight. But the free throws is where the Dayton Wolves usually prevail, especially C. Miller, who now has 1 point in the game, looking for 2 as his next free throw is good. 13-20, 7-point lead, 1:15 as Corey with the ball now, picked up by Manny Reeves at the top of the key. Passes it, kicks it down low to Zach. No problem, 2 points already. Just that quick. Bad defensive pressure. Bad defensive transition. And of course, the Dayton Wolves just gave up 2 extra points, 2 easy points to bring it back up to a 9-point game. 13-22, 1:05. Timeout, Dayton Wolves yet again. And we'll be right back live on AAU War Tour Radio for the conclusion of the first quarter.
I don't do yoga, never trap Pilates. Not many people want me at their parties. Trying to find my place, someplace, oh why, oh why, oh why. And I drink a little more than recommended. This world ain't exactly what my heart expected. Trying to find
on, you know what it's like to break your back on a daily basis. Introducing new Bud Silver, the beer for hard-working men. It's just what you need after a day of assembling flat-pack furniture, when instructions are cast aside in favor of intuition. Working with one eye on the job and another on the TV. A day when you're told it looks a bit wonky at least 40 times. Hard-working men want a fuller-tasting, thirst-quenching beer. New Bud Silver. One cold can of You Bet I Earned It.
Hey, Thirst, can I try out a few Coke Summer sound effects on you? Yes. Cool. You okay with this? Yes. And this? Yes. And what about this? Yes. Ha! Gotcha there, Thirst. That wasn't sound effects. That was a Coke. I'm no longer thirsty. You're so out of here. Coca-Cola. Open hat.
Taking a family of 5 to the amusement park can cost a small fortune.
Oh, yeah. So to save some money, we thought, hey, let's bring the amusement park to us.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. Step right up, young man. Are you ready to ride the wacky waterfall?
That's just the bathtub with the shower head running.
Nope, it's the wacky waterfall.
It's the shower, Dad.
Waterfall.
Wacky.
There's an easier way to save. To get a free rate quote, go to geico.com. Then buy online, over the phone, or at your local Geico office.
Hello?
Hello, sir. I hear you having problems putting together your new kitchen unit.
Oh, yeah, the instructions say...
What now?
The instruction manual. It makes absolute...
Stop reading that.
Well, what would you suggest I use?
I suggest you use the fact you're a man. Huh? Guys who got pride never relied on no guide, sucker. I'll give you some step-by-step instructions. Buy Snickers, remove wrapper, bite chocolate, and get some nuts. Go to GetSomeNuts.tv for more Snickers, man.
It's O Rewards Member Appreciation Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Stop in today and check out store-wide savings, plus earn double points on over 225 items. It's our way of saying thank you. If you're not already a member, sign up today during O Rewards Member Appreciation Month. It's fast, easy, and free. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better prices every day.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
And now back to John with the weather.
Yes, Andy. Tonight a big storm. Storm this! Get the soccer offer from Pizza Hut and Pepsi. With every 2 medium pan Super Supreme, you get a real soccer ball and 4 cans of Pepsi for free. Yes, a real soccer ball and 4 cans of Pepsi for free. Yes, Pepsi the soccer ball. Don't miss the Pizza Hut and Pepsi soccer offer. With every 2 medium pan Super Supreme, you get a real soccer ball and 4 cans of Pepsi for free. What about the weather, Eddie? Don't resist and call 19,000 now.
Gentlemen, to the first quarter, exclusively live on AAU War Talk Radio. The Dayton Wolves taking on the Maine-Line Jaguars right here live in Portland, Oregon. Dayton Wolves trail by 9, 13-22. Miller sitting on the bench as he just dropped his first 2 points in the game off the free throw line. As Brown now gives the ball in to Manny Reeves. 1 minute now ticking off the clock. Manny Reeves rotates to the right, goes to the left, kicks it down low to TJ. TJ back out to Reeves. Reeves over to Jamison. Jamison cross-court pass to TJ. As he's at the top of the key, passes it to Jamison yet again. 5 seconds left on the clock, but that doesn't matter as he steps out of bounds. Steps on the line, turnover Dayton Wolves. And that is one of the main reasons why the Maine-Line Jaguars has this insurmountable lead over the Dayton Wolves, the top-seeded Dayton Wolves. Turnovers after turnover. As Monte Bush at the top of the key, 40 seconds left on the clock, picked up by Manny Reeves. Monte Bush still with the ball, passes it to Zach. Zach over to Corey. Corey's gonna go to the left side all the way in the gap. Yes, sir, for 2 points. And that will make it an 11-point lead for the Maine-Line Jaguars as Manny Reeves bounce passes it into Jameson. Jameson out to Patrick. Patrick over to TJ. TJ back out to Reeves. Reeves gets a screen right side by Brown, but of course he doesn't make it. But Reeves kicks it inside to Brown, and it's good on the lob pass and the 2 points for the Dayton Wolves. Finally, that's what we've been waiting for. 15-24. 10 seconds left in the first quarter of play. Monte Bush with the ball, picked up by Manny Reeves, dribbling it behind his back, showcasing his skills. Passes it over to Banks. Banks gonna shoot the jumper, and that is no good. And that will do it for the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. The Dayton Wolves trail by 9, 15-24. And we'll be right back live on AAU War Tour Radio for the start of the second quarter.
FMG.
This is the sound of a nation becoming. Messy and miraculous.
I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens. I wanna be.
This is the story of America then, told by America now.
We dream of a brand new start, but we dream in the dark for the most part. Dark as a tomb where it happens. I've got to be in the room where it happens. I've got to know where it happens. I've got to know.
This is for all of us. Hamilton, an American musical on Broadway. Be there when it happens.
Click, boom.
We're here asking people from all over what they think of Lipton green tea. Let's hear what people from Texas have to say. How about China? Germany? How about people from the North Pole? Or Mars? What about mimes? Oh, right. People with their jaws wired shut? Oh. Yeah, a barbershop quartet. Oh, you guys are great. How about race car drivers? What about you, high school glee club, here on a field trip? Well, that settles it. It sounds like everyone loves the taste of Lipton green tea. With its protective antioxidants from real tea, it's not just good for you, it's to you. Lipton tea can do that.
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second quarter live right here in Portland, Oregon. The Dayton Wolves trail by 9, 15-24 as we get set for the second quarter live in the Student Recreation Center, Portland State University. But the Dayton Wolves looking to make a comeback as Wales gets the ball from an inbound provided by Patrick crossing a half court. Wales passes it back to Patrick, left side of the floor, passes it to Winston. Winston rotates to the left, kicks it back to Patrick. Patrick at the top of the key, gonna rotate to the right side, spins off his defender, no good, passes it down low. Patrick is blocked by Underwood, down low, rebounded by number 5, who passes it to 30, back to 5 for a triple, and it's good. As the Maine-Line Jaguars now up by 12, 15-27. Wales at the top of the key. Gets a screen by Patrick. Rotates to the left side. Passes it in to Patrick. Patrick, no good. Foul on Zach. His team's first in the second quarter. And that will put Patrick at the line for 2 to make it a 10-point lead for the Maine-Line Jaguars.
Well, Kate, the Maine-Line Jaguars giving the Dayton Wolves a run for their money. The Dayton Wolves' only way that they can possibly put points on the board is right here at this free throw line. Miller bomb 2 at the free throw line. Now Patrick knocking down his first one to bring it back to an 11-point game, looking to make it 10 as the substitution goes intact for the Maine-Line Jaguars. At the small forward position, Mullins out, Alexander in, and the power forward position in. The power forward position, Emmanuel Holmes back in the game, number 7 for the Maine-Line Jaguars. Patrick with another shot at the free throw line. Yes, sir. 10-point lead now for the Maine-Line Jaguars as Dante with the ball crossing half court. Going to be double teamed. Passes it over to West. Damian West as he's dribbling, showcasing his skills. Passes it over to a wide open Zach, who misses it. Rebounded by Murphy, who is blocked by Patrick. Up the floor to Wales. Wales inside to Jamison. Jamison is fouled. Foul is on Taylor Alexander, his first, team second. Now TJ now headed to the line for 2 for the Dayton Wolves, looking to make it, of course, an 8-point lead with 7 minutes left in the first half.
Dayton Wolves taking all opportunities to get this game back at the line. TJ's first one is good. That will take it back to a single-digit lead for the Maine-Line Jaguars. 18-27. Brown steps out for the Dayton Wolves. Dominic Watkins in at small forward position as TJ gets back to the line for one more. Looking to make it an 8-point game as his next free throw is good. And that will make it 19-27 as Dante with the ball crossing half court, picked up by Mike Wales at the top of the key. Passes it over to West. West one-on-one with Patrick. He's going to kick it out to number 25 over to Zach. Zach's going to fire it in the face of Watkins. No good. As Wales comes up with the rebound. Wales rushing the ball for the Dayton Wolves. Kicks it over to Patrick. Patrick over to TJ. TJ's going to kick it down low to Wales. Wales goes up. He's fouled by Dante. His first, team's third of the second quarter. And that will stop the clock at 6:34, 19-27. And of course, the Dayton Wolves taking every opportunity at the line. I'm sure Mike Wales will knock down both of these free throws.
Kate, to get his Dayton Wolves back in this game as Miller takes a break on the bench, he is obligated to knock down these these 2 free throws as his first one is good. 20-27, back to a 7-point game for the Dayton Wolves. The substitution goes intact. Chris Johnson checks back in for the Dayton Wolves as Patrick checks out. D.White Winston he in the game. Watkins is in the game as well as Wales and who's that? Jamison. And Wales' second one is no good. Rebounded by Emmanuel. Emmanuel is going to bring the ball up the court for the Maine-Line Jaguars. Cross-court pass to West, who gets the ball, passes it back out to Dante to set the floor for the Maine-Line Jaguars. 6:20 left as he passes it to Emmanuel for 3. No good. Rebounded by Chris Johnson. Johnson passes the ball up to TJ. as Emmanuel Holmes, number 7 for Maine-Line Jaguars, 6 points, 2 of 5 shooting from the field goal, 2 of 4 from the three-point line as inside Patrick or TJ is good on the 2 points, assisted by Mike Wells, 22-27, back to a 5-point game, 5:50 left in the second quarter. As the field goes, Dayton Wolves shooting 7 of 15. Maine-Line Jaguars shooting 10 of 20. As West kicks it down low to Emmanuel. He's fouled and one. Foul on Chris Johnson. And that will take it back up to a 7-point lead for the Maine-Line Jaguars. Substitution, Miller checks back in the game. Wells at shooting guard. Dominic Watkins at small forward. Emmanuel heads to the line for one to make it an 8-point game. As the second quarter is coming to a conclusion, halfway through it almost, as the free throw for the Maine-Line Jaguars drops in. 22-30. Chris Johnson passes the ball into Miller. Miller passes it up to Wells. Wells passes it back to Miller. Miller pump fakes. Going to go around Dante, but Dante stops him. Miller goes to the left side, goes in, is fouled by Emmanuel. That is his first. Miller is fouled hard. And this crowd does not like it too much, but of course, these 2 free throws, easy points for the Dayton Star.
Chance Miller, a 95% free throw shooter, coming into week 16 for the Dayton Wolves. As this Dayton Wolves trail by 8, Miller looking to make it 6 when he knocks down both of his free throws. I'm sure he's going to knock them down. His first one, as he winds up for it, is good. Yes, sir. Yes, it is. It's good. 23-30. And he gets the congratulations from Johnson, Winston, Watkins, and Reeves. Wells, as he gets set for yet another one. To make it 24-30, a 6-point game, 5.5 minutes on the clock. Miller's second one is good, of course, as Holmes collects the ball, passes it into Dante. Dante setting a play for the Maine-Line Jaguars before he crosses half court. Picked up by Miller. He passes it over to West. West gonna attack. Turns it over. Stolen by Winston. Winston rushing the ball. Passes it inside to Johnson. Johnson at the free throw line. No good. Rebounded by Holmes. As he's rushing the ball yet again. Passes it over to Dante. Dante picked up by Miller. Rotates to the left side. Thought he was gonna take it in. Passes it into Murphy. And Murphy inside to Dante is no good. Rebounded by Miller. Miller inside to Winston is good. 26-30. The Dayton Wolves now on an 11-3 run in the last 2.5 minutes of official play right here in Portland, Oregon. As Dante gonna fire it yet again over Miller. This time in the face is good. 26-32, 440. As Miller passing the ball up the floor to Winston. Winston wide open to Miller. Miller's gonna take the 3. No. Pump fakes, dribbles back out beyond the 3-point line, and Miller draws the foul on Dante. His second, team 6 of the second quarter, and that will put the Dayton Wolves in the bonus. Therefore, Miller gets some free throws. If he knocks down this one, he's in the in the 1-and-1. If Miller knocks down the first one, he gets a second one. If Miller misses the first one, then whoever gets the rebound, the clock is live. Miller's first one is good, of course. Therefore, he gets another one. 27-32. Substitution goes intact. Dwayne Underwood back in the game for Murphy. As Miller gets set for yet another one. 27-32, making it 28-32. Miller's fourth free throw of the night is good. 28-32, ladies and gentlemen. The Dayton Wolves back in this game by 4. It's Dante at the top of the key. Miller knocks the ball loose. When Miller could not get to it in time, although he showed good hustle out of bounds on the Dayton Wolves. Therefore, it's the Maine-Line Jaguars basketball yet again. Therefore, they have to reset from the inbound. Dante gets it yet again, crossing half court, picked up by Miller. He takes it, he kicks it down low to Underwood. Underwood dribbles beyond the 3-point line, passes it over to West. West Passes it to Holmes. Holmes for another three, and you can count it yet again as he's shooting 3 of 5 from the three-point line, 3 of 6 from the field goals, 2 rebounds, and 9 points as Miller crosses over Dante, kicks it down low to Johnson. Johnson out to Winston. Winston is going to attack down low, double team now. He has to pass it out, passes it to Johnson. Johnson for 3, no good. Rebounded by West. West rushing the ball for the Maine-Line Jaguars. Of course, he passes it to Dante. Dante immediately picked up by Miller. Passes it over to number 7, which is Holmes. He passes it. Well, thought he was going to pass it back. Kicks it down low to West. Right corner. 5 seconds left on the clock. Goes inside. Passes it to Underwood. Underwood, no good. Rebounded by Miller. As Miller rushes the ball up the floor. Passes it over to Winston. But it's knocked loose. Last touch by Underwood. Therefore, it is the Dayton Wolves basketball. Jamison checks in for Winston for the Dayton Wolves. As Johnson gets set to pass the ball from the inbound. 28-35, 3:18 left. Miller gets the ball from the inbound. Kicks it over to Watkins. Watkins back to Wales. Wales gets a screen by Johnson right side, but his defender doesn't take it. Miller gets the ball at the free throw line. Miller's going to attack. Is fouled by Dante for his 3rd, team 6th. Miller heads to the line for yet another 2 free throws as he continues to attack the Maine-Line Jaguars inside.
Miller doing a fantastic job of pulling his team back in this game. The Dayton Wolves in the double bonus, the double bonus. 28-35, 3 minutes left on the clock. Miller knocking down his first one, 29-35. As a substitution goes intact for the Maine-Line Jaguars. Who's that? Wales checks out for Manny Reeves for the Dayton Wolves as Alexander checks out for Mullins. The small forward position for the Maine-Line Jaguars. Miller gets set for yet another one, which is good. Miller a perfect 6 of 6 from the free throw line as the Maine-Line Jaguars call a timeout. 30-35, 3:06, the official time in this first half left. And we'll be right back live on AAU War Tour Radio for the conclusion of the first half. Dayton Wolves trail just by 5.
I'll see you later. Try to put up barriers, but I never get through the bitchy fakers. I'm blind to them, yeah. I'm blind to them, fake. When they're screaming out your name, everyone in the crowd, you know that you made it. Like a king on a throne, baby, you wear the crown. That's why you know that you made it. You know that you made it. You know that you made it. You know that you made it.
And now back to John with the weather.
Yes, Andy. Tonight, a big storm. Storm this! Get the soccer offer from Pizza Hut and Pepsi. With every 2 medium pan Super Supreme, you get a real soccer ball and 4 cans of Pepsi for free. Yes, a real soccer ball and 4 cans of Pepsi for free. Yes, Pepsi soccer ball. Don't miss the Pizza Hut and Pepsi soccer offer. With every 2 medium pan Super Supreme, you get a real soccer ball and 4 cans of Pepsi for free. What about the weather, Andy? Don't resist and call 19,000 now.
It's O Rewards Member Appreciation Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Stop in today and check out store-wide savings plus earn double points on over 225 items. It's our way of saying thank you. If you're not already a member, sign up today during O Rewards Member Appreciation Month. It's fast, easy, and free. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better prices every day.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hello?
Hello, sir. I hear you having problems putting together your new kitchen unit.
Oh, yeah, the instructions say that...
What now?
The instruction manual. It makes absolute...
Stop reading that.
Well, what would you suggest I use?
I suggest you use the fact you're a man. Huh? Guys who got pride never relied on no guide, sucker. I'll give you some step-by-step instructions. Buy Snickers, remove wrapper, bite chocolate, and get some nuts.
Go to GetSomeNuts.tv for more Snickers, man.
Taking a family of 5 to the amusement park can cost a small fortune.
Oh, yeah. So to save some money, we thought, hey, let's bring the amusement park to us.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, step right up, young man. Are you ready to ride the wacky waterfall?
That's just the bathtub with the shower head running.
Nope, it's the wacky waterfall.
It's the shower, Dad.
Waterfall.
Wacky.
There's an easier way to save. To get a free rate quote, go to geico.com. Then buy online, over the phone, or at your local Geico office.
Hey, Thirst, can I try out a few Coke Summer sound effects on you?
Yes.
Cool. You okay with this?
Yes.
And this?
Yes.
And what about this?
Yes.
Ha! Gotcha there, Thirst. That wasn't sound effects. That was a Coke. I'm no longer thirsty. You're so out of here. Coca-Cola. Open hat.
As a man, you know what it's like to break your back on a daily basis. Introducing new Bud Silver, the beer for hard-working men. It's just what you need after a day of assembling flat-pack furniture, when instructions are cast aside in favor of intuition. Working with one eye on the job and another on the TV. A day when you're told it looks a bit wonky at least 40 times. Hard-working men want a fuller-tasting, thirst-quenching beer. New Bud Silver. One cold can of You Bet I Earned It.
You won't repeat, play you everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, play you everywhere I go. But you won't repeat, play you everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, play you everywhere I go. Yeah, wanna put this song on replay. I can listen to it all day. I can listen to you all day.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second quarter. 3:06 left. Before the end of the first half, the Dayton Wolves trail 30-35 as the Maine-Line Jaguars get possession. Dante bringing the ball up the floor, picked up by Miller at the top of the key. Miller guarding him to his right, of course. Miller playing a heavy defense. 12 seconds left. He passes it to Monte, who fires the three. No good. Rebounded by Jamison. Jamison rushing the floor. Passes it over to Manny Reeves. Manny Reeves back to Miller for his first three. You can count it. 33-35, and that will put the Dayton Wolves down 2. And the Dayton Wolves has made 8 more free throws than the Maine-Line Jaguars. You can thank everyone, especially C. Miller, as he's knocked down 6 of 6. 2:30 left. Dante passes it over to Monte. Monte to Underwood at the top of the key. Down low. Monte goes up. Is blocked. Dante goes up. Is blocked by Miller. Rebounded by Johnson. Off the floor to Jamison. Jamison to Miller. Miller for another three. Is good for his second one. And that is 36-35. C. Miller still leads the AAU World Tour League in points per game with 24. 36-35. The Dayton Wolves take the 1-point lead as Dante kicks it over to Underwood. Underwood at the top of the key. Left side, he passes it over to West, who fires it and drops it in. 37-36. Maine-Line Jaguars with another 1-point lead as Miller kicks the ball up to Jamison. Jamison back to Miller. Miller inside the Johnson, turns, fires. No good. Rebounded by Corey, who passes the ball up to Monte. Monte one-on-one with Manny Reeves. Gonna get a screen by Corey, but doesn't work. Passes it inside to Banks. Banks goes up and drops it in. And that's gonna be a timeout for the Dayton Wolves. 36-39, 127 left in the second quarter of play. And just like that, the Dayton Wolves down 3 thanks to Miller's 2 huge back-to-back triples. And we'll be right back live on AAU World Tour Radio for some more second quarter action.
This is the sound of a nation becoming. Messy and miraculous.
I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens. I wanna be, I've got to be.
This is the story of America then, told by America now.
We dream of a brand new start, but we dream in the dark for the most part. Dark as a tomb where it happens. I've got to be in the room where it happens. I've got to be where it happens. I've got to be.
This is for all of us. Hamilton, an American musical on Broadway. Be there when it happens.
Click, boom.
We're here asking people from all over what they think of Lipton green tea. Let's hear what people from Texas have to say. How about China? Germany? How about people from the North Pole? Or Mars? What about mimes? Oh, right. People with their jaws wired shut? Oh. Yeah, a barbershop quartet. Oh, you guys are great. How about race car drivers? What about you, high school glee club, here on a field trip? Well, that settles it. It sounds like everyone loves the taste of Lipton green tea. With its protective antioxidants from real tea, it's not just good for you, it's to you. Lipton tea can do that.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second quarter, almost concluded. The Dayton Wolves trail just by 3 this time, 36-39, 127 left in the second quarter of play. Substitution goes in, tag Zachary back in for Dwayne Underwood for the Maine-Line Jaguars. Miller sits out, Will Reeves at point guard. As Patrick passes the ball into Reeves. Reeves crossing half court now. Picked up by Dante. Reeves kicks it down low to Patrick. Patrick's gonna back him inside, passes it to Reeves. Reeves drops in the 2 points down low, 38-39. And the Dayton Wolves now back down by 1 after trailing by more than 10 points throughout the first 2 quarters of play. 1 minute now ticking off the clock. Dante passes the ball over to Corey Banks, passes it back to Zach. Zach at the top of the key. He's going to hold the ball. 7 seconds left. Passes it back to Monte. Monte going to try to go around Jameson. No good. 1 second. Has to fire it. Shoots it. No good. Rebounded by Manny Reeves. Manny Reeves rushing the floor now for the Dayton Wolves. Passes it over to Patrick. Patrick fires the shot. Left corner. No good. Rebounded by Corey Banks. Now up the floor to Dante. Dante picked up by Manny Reeves, of course, who now holds the ball, passes it over to Banks. Banks, 1-on-1, back to Zachary for 3. No good.
FMG.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the studios. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, we know that you guys were not able to hear the last bit of the second quarter just because due to the simple fact is our entire system went down. It is shut down, powered off. We do not have any stats for the halftime report show, Eddie. And ladies and gentlemen, just due to the fact that the entire system right here in the studios and everywhere went down. However, we are working on this right now. We do have two key players for both teams, the Dayton Wolves and the Maine-Line Jaguars. Ladies and gentlemen, the score at the break is 40. The Dayton Wolves 40, Maine-Line Jaguars 39. And the key players for the Dayton Wolves and the Maine-Line Jaguars, of course, C. Miller for the Dayton Wolves, 14 points in this game, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, ending the first two quarters, as well as Dwayne Underwood, 8 points for the Maine-Line Jaguars, 1 rebound, 2 assists. The Dayton Wolves shooting at a 46% from the field goals, as the Maine-Line Jaguars shooting at a 45. The Dayton Wolves leading the rebound total 17 to the Maine-Line Jaguars 14. The Maine-Line Jaguars winning the offensive battle as a group, 12 to the Dayton Wolves 8, and they are split right now with the steals 1-1, and the Dayton Wolves trailing the Maine-Line Jaguars in blocks, thanks to due in part to Dwayne Underwood, who I'm sure has all 4 of these blocks the Maine-Line Jaguars has, the Dayton Wolves has 2. That is it. That is all the stats that we can possibly bring to you for this game. We do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. We are working on getting everything back up, and we will hopefully have everything, after this game concludes in the post-game show right here live on AAU What's Up Radio.
Everywhere we go with a topic, then we pull up in the ghost with a topic. I might run it up for a rude boy. Love it when I pull up in that new boy. Getting too strong when I flex it, but them honey's the only thing that I'm chasing. For all of the bad ones, that love with a passion, got that fatal attraction. But here go your anthem. When we walking, you know it's a movie. Tripping on them, keep it to sunset. Lost away, babe, wet as an ocean. I be dripping on, I be dripping on them, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dripping on them, yeah, yeah. Dripping on them, yeah, yeah. Dripping on them, yeah, yeah. Got them all looking at they love it. Like the way I do it, yeah, they love it. Pull up with that bag, no, they love it. Yeah, they love it, yeah, they love it, yeah. If you don't know, you dealing with a rider. Know me and my squad, keep it too lit. You know I keep a hitter right beside me, so you don't want a problem, keep it cool. And if you feel me, don't want it, we keep the temperature rising. Don't stop the rhythm, just ride it out. For all of the bad ones, that love with a passion, got the fatal attraction. But here go your anthem. When we walking, you know it's a movie. Tripping on them, keep it to sunset. Lost away, babe, wet as an ocean. I be dripping on, I be dripping on them, yeah, yeah, yeah.
inside of my mind, in hopes that I can see them. I pray that I can reach them. God only knows if I make it out alive. I took the high road, I walk alone, but I'm still fighting for each breath I take in my lungs. Fist full of fear in my head, ready to take on whatever may come. This could be my only chance, 'cause what don't kill me only makes me stronger. 'Cause what don't kill me is only more to conquer. Makes me stronger. If you want the glory, well, it don't come cheap. Stakes are getting higher, it's down to the wire. If you came for battle, just expect to bleed. Oh, I'm a born survivor, don't count me out, 'cause I'm still fighting for each breath I take in my lungs. Fist full of fear in my head, ready to take on whatever may come. This could be my only chance, 'cause what don't kill me only makes me stronger. 'Cause what don't kill me is only more to conquer. Makes me stronger. Give me the green light, 'cause I'm ready to go. Let's have a good time. Let's go. What you waiting for? You only got one life, and we gon' live it up. So give me the green light, 'cause I'm ready to go.
Green light, mommy, and you know what that means. So we can do anything that you dream. I wanna make you ooh, till you scream, and I practice what I preach, if you know what I mean. I'm about that, mommy. Yeah, I got the key and I'ma lock that, mommy. Yeah, we can roll and I'ma rock that, mommy. I do what I say and say what I mean. I let me jump in between. I'm getting loose in this thing, like OJ the Juice in this thing. Feeling like left eye, I burn the roof in this thing. I got all the women getting naked, feeling like Duke in this thing. That's the game. Now I got the green lit and the green right. All I need is for you to give me the green light, so I can run through it like an easy fan. Find the key, fly and step on the gas.
Give me the green light, 'cause I'm ready to go. Let's have a good time. Let's go. What you waiting for? You only got one life, and we gon' live it up. So give me the green light, 'cause I'm ready to go.
I got the Midas, some go holler, you know I'm all about that thing. She ready, then I'm ready. Pull up on her with the shitty real talk when the light turn
you just don't care. We can make our own kind of music. We might come from different worlds, might not be your kind of girl, but I just wanna let go and lose it. We are lost and found, so let's go turn the beat around and maybe find a brand new sound. Let's turn it up right now, because the night is young and it's just begun. Let's get it started, and go till the sun comes up. The night is young, the night is young, the night is young. Dance together, dance alone, let it out and let it show. Changing colors under the strobe light. I just wanna have some fun, let my worries come undone. Right here, right now, it's feeling so right. We are lost and found, so let's go turn the beat around and maybe find a brand new sound. Let's turn it up right now, because the night is young and it's just begun. Let's get it started, and go till the sun comes up. The night is young, the night is young, the night is young. And I wish that it would never end. I wish the song could play and play. Be who you wanna be, and then just let the rhythm take away. Because the night is young and it's just begun. Let's get it started, and go till the sun comes up. Because the night is young, and it's just begun. It's just begun. Let's get it started, and go till the sun comes up. The night is young, the night is young, the night is young.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Portland, Oregon. The Dayton Wolves and the Maine-Line Jaguars doing battle 40-39 at the end of the first half. Let's see Miller with 14 points so far, bombing back-to-back threes. Can the Dayton Wolves continue? As Miller kicks the ball over to Manny Reeves. Manny Reeves left side of the floor. Passes it back to Miller. Miller, double team now. Kicks it out to Winston. Winston back to Miller. Miller pump fakes. Doesn't take the 3. 8 seconds left. Gets a screen by Winston. Miller rotates to the right. Lobs it up for Winston. Picked out of the sky by Underwood. Up the floor. Monte Bush with the shot. No good. Rebounded by Watkins. Watkins rushing the floor. Passes it to Johnson. Johnson steps, fires, left block. No good. Rebounded by Manny Reeves. Manny Reeves out to Miller, drops it in. Off an assist by Manny Reeves. Miller now with 16 points, 14 points in the first half. And Miller shot 33.3% from the field goals as Dante crosses Miller to the left side, goes in, blocked by Miller, rebounded by Johnson. Johnson rushing the floor, passes it over right side to Manny Reeves. Manny Reeves to Miller for another 3. It's good. For his third 3 in a row. If we was at Dayton, Ohio, the jungle, the Sirens and the Thunderstorm would have been brought. Miller leads the AAU World Tour League in assists with 9 as Dante passes it in to Emmanuel Holmes, and it's good for a 2, 45-41. Miller rushing the floor yet again. Stops at the top of the key, tries to go around Dante, but he stopped, passes it over to Watkins. Watkins no good on the shot. Rebounded by Underwood. Underwood up the floor to Holmes. Holmes, Monte for 3, no good. Rebounded by Watkins. And now Monte Bush, 6 points in the game, 3 of 12 shooting from the field goals, 4 assists. As he goes one-on-one with Miller. Miller passes it over to Watkins. Watkins gonna attack. Double team. Passes it back to Miller. Miller pump fake. Kicks it down low to Johnson. Johnson out to Watkins. 3-pointer by Watkins is good. And that makes it a 7-point lead for the Dayton Wolves. 48-41. As Dante now setting the floor for the Maine-Line Jaguars. Goes right side, gets a screen by Underwood, trying to attack down low, but he passes it into Underwood, and that's the first 2 points up for Underwood down in the low block. A comparison to scoring leader Miller, 19 points, 4 of 8 shooting in the field goals. Dwayne Underwood, 12 points, a perfect 5 of 5 as Miller takes Dante straight inside for 2 points. 21 points in the game for Miller as we are 5:30 in the third quarter. Miller 21 points, 5 of 9 shooting. The rest of the team doing their justice, but Miller commits the steal as Johnson passes it back out to Miller. Miller was going to shoot the 3, but pump fake doesn't take it. Kicks it out to Manny Reeves. Manny Reeves back to Miller. Miller's going to take it inside this time and is fouled by Dante McCarthy. His 4th, team's first of the third quarter, and Miller now heads to the line for 2 easy points. 21 points in the game. It will be 23 after this trip at the line for Miller. 5-13 third quarter.
Well, the Dayton Wolves on a 5-game winning streak, looking for 6. They was down by more than 10 points in the first 2 quarters, but Miller and the Dayton Wolves has came back. And, of course, they are leading. Miller knocks down the first one, 22 points in the game. A substitution goes intact for both the Maine-Line Jaguars and the Dayton Wolves. Wells checks in for Manny Reeves at the shooting guard position. Dante steps out for West, as well as Murphy in for Underwood for the Maine-Line Jaguars. Miller's second free throw is good to take it to a 9-point lead for the Dayton Wolves. A huge 360 turnaround, 52-43. As Monte's going to attack inside, and it's blocked by Winston, rebounded by Johnson, and the rebound total Dayton was still in charge, 22-15 inside. Emmanuel Holmes fouls Wells, and he is good on the and 1, and that will take Wells to the line, and it takes it up to an 11-point lead for the Dayton Wolves as Wells trying to make it 12. As his free throw is good. 55-43, and the Dayton Wolves well in front now. And That's just the third quarter of play. Of course, a timeout, a well-needed timeout for the Maine-Line Jaguars, ladies and gentlemen. 55-43, 4:57 left in the third quarter, and we'll be right back live on AAU War Tour Radio for some more third quarter action.
You showed up to see me lose, but I overcome, so you overcame. Basic, ain't nothing about me. Basic, crazy, I'm crazy. Better watch what you say to me, cause young swag got the answers. Give him hell, give him pressure. Bib couch, no manners. Dirty dancing. Take a look at what I did. Go for circle with the ring.
This is the sound of a nation becoming. Messy and miraculous.
I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens. I wanna be, I've got to be.
This is the story of America then, told by America now.
We dream of a brand new start, but we dream in the dark for the most part. Dark as a tomb where it happens. I've got to be in the room where it happens. I've got to be where it happens. I've got to be.
This is for all of us. Hamilton, an American musical on Broadway. Be there when it happens.
Click, boom.
We're here asking people from all over what they think of Lipton green tea. Let's hear what people from Texas have to say. How about China? Germany? How about people from the North Pole? Or Mars? What about mimes? Oh, right. People with their jaws wired shut? Oh. Yeah, a barbershop quartet. Oh, you guys are great. How about race car drivers? What about you, high school glee club, here on a field trip? Well, that settles it. It sounds like everyone loves the taste of Lipton green tea. With its protective antioxidants from real tea, it's not just good for you, it's to you. Lipton tea can do that.
Yay! It's finally summer. I'm ready for the sun. Beach, here I come.
Summer traffic can be tiring. Recharge at Shell today. Get refreshing rewards plus a chance to win a luxurious beach getaway to Siargao, Boracay, or El Nido with every 1,000 pesos worth of Shell V-Power Nitro Plus.
Summer na talaga! Yes!
See flyers for details. Promo valid until May 31, 2017 at participating Shell stations per DTI FTEB SPD permit number 1080 series of 2017.
Have a Sprite and cheer for Sonia.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the third quarter. 5 minutes left in this quarter of play. The Dayton Wolves finally in charge by 12 as Underwood still sits on the bench. 55-43, and it will be the Maine-Line the Maine-Line Jaguars ball as Alexander kicks the ball into Monte. Monte picked up by Miller now. As he's at the top of the key, passes it over to Murphy. Murphy over, down to Emmanuel, and it's good on two to make it a 10-point lead, 15-6 run in the last 3 minutes of play for the Dayton Wolves. As Miller kicks the ball over to Wales. Miller rotates to the left side. Still picked up. Wales is going to go around. Fired a three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Watkins. Watkins back to Miller. Miller fires the two-pointer. And that one's no good. Off the side of the rim. Rebounded by number 15. Up the floor to Monte. Monte drops it in for two. Who now has 8 points in the game. 4 of 14 shooting from the field goals. 4 assists, 1 block. As Miller kicks it over to Wales yet again. Wales at the top of the key, gets a screen. Left side by Johnson. Johnson back to Miller. Miller kicks it over to Johnson. Johnson back to Wales. Wales rotates to the left. Kicks it down low to Winston. Winston back to Miller. Miller back to Winston. Winston back to Miller. Miller turns, gonna fire. No, kicks it to Winston. Inside to Johnson. Johnson finally puts 2 points on the board for the Dayton Wolves to make it a 10-point lead. Yet again, 57-47. As Monte passes it over to Alexander. Alexander tries to kick it to Emmanuel, but he turns it over, picked off by Winston, up the floor to Miller. Miller all the way. 2 points, 12-point game yet again. As Monte Bush now tries to recuperate for the Maine-Line Jaguars, losing this battle by the Dayton Wolves. Inside to Emmanuel. Emmanuel goes up, drops it in on the roll around. Timeout Dayton Wolves. As the score now back 10, 59-49, 3:18. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back for some more third quarter action. Dayton Wolves out in front.
This is the sound of a nation becoming. Messy and miraculous.
I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens. I wanna be.
This is the story of America then, told by America now.
We dream of a brand new start, but we dream in the dark for the most part. Dark as a tomb where it happens. I've got to be in the room where it happens. I've got to know where it happens. I've got to know.
This is for all of us. Hamilton, an American musical on Broadway. Be there when it happens.
Click, boom.
We're here asking people from all over what they think of Lipton green tea. Let's hear what people from Texas have to say. How about China? Germany? How about people from the North Pole? Or Mars? What about mimes? Oh, right. People with their jaws wired shut? Oh. Yeah, a barbershop quartet. Oh, you guys are great. How about race car drivers? What about you, high school glee club, here on a field trip? Well, that settles it. It sounds like everyone loves the taste of Lipton green tea. With its protective antioxidants from real tea, it's not just good for you, it's to you. Lipton tea can do that.
Yay! It's finally summer. I'm ready for the sun. Beach, here I come.
Summer traffic can be tiring. Recharge at Shell today. Get refreshing rewards plus a chance to win a luxurious beach getaway to Siargao, Boracay, or El Nido with every 1,000 pesos worth of Shell V-Power Nitro Plus.
Summer na talaga! Yes!
See flyers for details. Promo valid until May 31, 2017 at participating Shell stations per DTI FTEB SPD permit number 1080 series of 2017.
Have a Sprite and cheer for Sonia.
The new price drop at Tesco is here, and we've dropped the price of white bread, flatbread, garlic bread, granary bread, chocolate croissant, chocolate brioche, chocolate mousse, chocolate fudge cake, chocolate gâteau, mushroom soup, lentil soup, chicken soup, broccoli and Stilton soup, sliced beef, sliced ham, sliced chicken, sliced salami, ice cream, whipping cream, clotted cream, salad
The new
cream,
price drop at Tesco. Every little helps. Prices reduced on at least one product per spoken line. Selected UK stores and availability.
cocoa, chicken wings, Cajun chicken wraps, Skull Cannon.
There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the third quarter of play. The Dayton Wolves out in front by 10, 59-49. Miller sits on the bench, as well as Watkins and the rest as the second string comes in for the Dayton Wolves. And for the Dayton Wolves, Wells bringing the ball up the floor, passes it over to Patrick. Patrick's going to attack down low. And it's Brown that was attacking it down low. He drops in the 2 points. 20 of 37 for the Dayton Wolves. 54%, 20 of 42 for the Maine-Line Jaguars, shooting at a 47%. As Monte Bush kicks it over to Murphy. Murphy down low to Zach. He's fouled hard by Jamison for the Dayton Wolves first of the third quarter. Now Zach heads to the line for 2, 61-49. He has an opportunity to take it back to a 10-point lead as we get set to wrap up the third quarter of play. Dayton Wolves out in front. This has been a tremendous game for both teams throughout 2 quarters of play. Dayton Wolves now taking charge as Zach knocks down the first one, 50-61. Substitution goes intact for the Maine-Line Jaguars. The point guard position. West subs out, Dante back in to guard Wales at the one spot. And Zach gets set for his second free throw. As that one, ladies and gentlemen, is good. Back to a 10-point game for the Dayton Wolves as Wales crossing half court, dribbles behind his back, guarded one-on-one by Dante. Wales goes left side for the Dayton Wolves, kicks it over to Jamison. Jamison to a wide open Patrick who misses it. The wide open three-pointer rebounded by Murphy up the floor to Dante. Dante gonna cross left, cross right, fires it in the face of Wales, and he drops it in for 2, 61-53. With 2:20 left, Wales gonna bring the ball past half court, dribbles through his legs, kicks it over to Winston. Well, Jamison passes it to Wales, wide open three-pointer for the Dayton Wolves, no good. Rebounded by Zach. Zach rushing the floor, passes it over to Dante. Dante to Murphy. Murphy, no good. Gets his own rebound, goes back up, drops it in. 61-55. And the Maine-Line Jaguars not giving up just yet. One more quarter of play as TJ inside to Jamison. He goes up, no good. Rebounded by Zach. Now Dante with the ball. Picked up by Wales. He's going to attack The Dayton Wolves passes it over to Murphy. Murphy gonna pass it back out to Zach. Zach at the top of the key, 7 seconds left. Passes back to Murphy. Murphy gonna fire the three-pointer, and you can count it for the Maine-Line Jaguars to pull it back to a 3-point game. And we're gonna look at the stats for Monte Bush. 5 of 15 from the field goes, 11 points. As Brown now with the ball, passes it down low, gonna fire it off the turnaround. Brown is good on the 2 points, 63-58. And now Monte Bush with the ball, picked up by Patrick. He's gonna go right side, but he's picked up, double team now, helped by Winston. Well, Jameson passes it to a wide open Zach, and he's gonna fire another 3 to put his team back down 50 seconds left in the third quarter. 63-61 Wales. Now with the ball gonna attack Maine-Line down low. He goes up, is fouled by Mullins. That is his first team's third. And now Wales heads to the line for 2. 63-61, 45 seconds left.
The Dayton Wolves has done a fantastic job of sticking with their game plan, attacking inside, getting to this free throw line. Although the Maine-Line Jaguar was just down by 10 plus, as well as the Dayton Wolves, they have battled back. And this is why this has been a fantastic game so far. 63-61. Wales looking to make it 65-61 as his first free throw is no good for the Dayton Wolves. And that will have the Maine-Line Jaguars substitute. Murphy out, Corey Banks in at center position. Wales getting set for yet another free throw, as this one, ladies and gentlemen, is no good as well. Rebounded by Banks, up the floor to Zach. Zach passes it to Monte. Monte has to collect the ball after almost getting it stolen. Passes it out to Dante. Dante over to Zach. Zach for 2, no good. Rebounded by Patrick. Patrick up the floor to Wales. Wales rushing the ball for the Dayton Wolves. Kicks it over to to TJ. TJ back to Wales, right side. Wales is going to go right back as he tries to kick it over to TJ. TJ falling out of bounds. That will be a turnover for the Dayton Wolves. He could not collect it, and that will be a substitution for the Dayton Wolves. Manny Reese checks in at the power point guard position, as Underwood checks in at the power forward position, 21, which is Monte with 5 seconds left, going to attack Patrick. 1-on-1, gets help by Jameson. Fires it, has no choice but to, but that is no good, and that would do it for the third quarter of play. The Dayton Wolves holding a steady lead, 63-61. Not that big of a lead as we've seen, but the Dayton Wolves hold it, and we'll be right back live on AAU War Tour Radio for some more fourth quarter action.
This is the sound of a nation becoming. Messy and miraculous.
I Wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens.
This is the story of America then, told by America now.
We dream of a brand new start, but we dream in the dark for the most part. Dark as a tomb where it happens. I've got to be in the room where it happens. I've got to know where it happens. I've got to know.
This is for all of us. Hamilton, an American musical on Broadway. Be there when it happens.
Click, boom.
We're here asking people from all over what they think of Lipton green tea. Let's hear what people from Texas have to say. How about China? Germany? How about people from the North Pole? Or Mars? What about mimes? Oh, right. People with their jaws wired shut? Yeah, a barbershop quartet. Oh, you guys are great. How about race car drivers? What about you, high school glee club, here on a field trip? Well, that settles it. It sounds like everyone loves the taste of Lipton green tea. With its protective antioxidants from real tea, it's not just good for you, it's to you. Lipton tea can do that.
Yay! It's finally summer. I'm ready for the sun. Beach, here I come.
Summer traffic can be tiring. Recharge at Shell today. Get refreshing rewards plus a chance to win a luxurious beach getaway to Siargao, Boracay, or El Nido with every 1,000 pesos worth of Shell V-Power Nitro Plus.
Summer na talaga! Yes!
See flyers for details. Promo valid until May 31, 2017 at participating Shell stations per DTI FTEB SPD permit number 1080 series of 2017.
Have a Sprite and cheer for Sonia.
Subway Restaurants Storytime Theater proudly presents Jack and the Beanstalk.
Fee-fi-fo-fum. I smell something delicious. Hey, little fella, what you got there?
Oh, this? It's the big hot pastrami sub from Subway Restaurants.
That does look tasty.
It sure is. Climbing that beanstalk out there makes you hungry.
You mind if I have a bite?
Sure. I'll trade you for that goose over there with the golden eggs.
You got a deal.
Hungry for something big? Then pick up a big hot pastrami sub from Subway Restaurants. Layer upon layer of delicious hot pastrami stacked high and toasted to flavorful perfection on freshly baked bread. Topped with pickles, mustard, and melted Swiss cheese, it's the perfect way to satisfy any giant-sized appetite. Big hot pastrami available at participating restaurants for a limited time only. See restaurants for details. Subway. Eat fresh.
The new price drop at Tesco is here, and we've dropped the price of white bread, flatbread, garlic bread, granary bread, chocolate croissant, chocolate brioche, chocolate mousse, chocolate fudge cake, chocolate gâteau, mushroom soup, lentil soup, chicken soup, broccoli and Stilton soup, sliced beef, sliced ham, sliced chicken, sliced salami, ice cream, whipping cream, clotted green,
The
salad
new
cream.
price drop at Tesco. Every little helps. Prices reduced on at least one product per spoken line. Selected UK stores and availability.
Cocoa, chicken wings, Cajun chicken wraps, Skull Cannon.
Everywhere we go with a topic. Then we pull up in the ghost with a topic. I might run it up for a rude boy. Love it when I pull up in that new boy. Getting too strong when I'm flexing. But the money's the only thing that I'm chasing. All of that bad ones, that love of that passion. Got that fatal attraction. But here go your anthems. When we're walking, you know it's a movie. Tripping on.
Alright, ladies ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the fourth and final quarter. The Dayton Wolves on top 2, 63-61. Miller doing a fantastic job for his team as we take a look at him getting set. Maine-Line Jaguars basketball. Underwood passes it into Monte Bush. Monte Bush dribbling the ball up the floor. He's going to be picked up by Miller as he kicks it over to Alexander. Alexander back to Monte. Gets a screen by Dante inside. And he's good on 2 points to tie this game up. Monte Bush now 13 points in the game. 8 points mid-range as the score is tied. Miller trying to attack down low. Kicks it out to Reeves. Reeves back to Miller. Miller kicks it back out to Jamison. Jamison over to Brown. Brown back to Miller. Miller at the top of the key gets a screen by Jamison. Miller rotates to the left, same play. Crams it home. Jamison does the original Lob City connection for the Dayton Wolves, 63-65. And the Dayton Wolves take a 2-point lead yet again. 7 minutes left on the clock as Monte passes it in to Murphy. Murphy out to Monte. Monte down to Alexander. Out to Underwood. Back to Monte for 3. No good. Rebounded by Brown for the Dayton Wolves. Quiet in the crowd. Gives it to Miller. Miller crossing half court. Passes it down low to Brown. Brown. 2 points connected on Miller's assist. And I believe that is Miller's 5th assist tonight, I believe. As the Dayton Wolves take a 4-point lead with 6:45 left to end the quarter. As number 25 with the ball for the Maine-Line Jaguars passes it over to Alexander. Alexander to Underwood at the top of the key. Circling around the 3-point line. They need a 3-pointer. Bush now with the ball receives it. Drops it in on an assist by Underwood. 67-65. And this battle between these two teams continue. I'm sure this will be the game of the month as Miller goes around every Jaguar to put 2 points on the board. And the Dayton Wolves shooting at a 54%, 24 of 44, 26 of 52 for the Maine-Line Jaguars, shooting at a 50% as Miller tries to steal the ball from Monte. Monte collects it. As he goes, rotates to the top of the key, a wide open lane goes in, is fouled by Manny Reeves, his first team's first. And now Monte Bush heads to the line for 2 as the Dayton Wolves and the Maine-Line Jaguars continue to play this physical game. This will be the game of the month, I'm sure, down the road when these two teams play probably in the jungle. But this game right here, Eddie, is tremendous.
Well, a lot of people doubted this game, thought the Maine-Line Jaguars was not going to be able to stick around with the Dayton Wolves. But tuning into this game, whether you're live here at the Game Next Gen Network, AAU War Tour Radio, you know this game has turned out to be an amazing game as though Dominic Watkins as well as Dwight Winston comes back into the game. Dante comes back in the game for the Maine-Line Jaguars as well as Emmanuel Holmes for the Maine-Line Jaguars. 69-66. Monte Bush knocking down his first free throw out of 2 as he winds up for his second one. He drops it in. Now a 2-point game yet again, 69-67. But the Dayton Wolves, 3 of 5 in the second half of the free throws. A perfect 4 of 4 for the Maine-Line Jaguars as Miller one-on-one with Dante crosses left side. Miller kicks it over to Winston. Winston one-on-one with Emmanuel. Passes it back to Miller. Miller goes right side all the way inside. Goes up, no good. Good defense by Dwayne Underwood. Down low. Helping out Dante McCarthy with the shot from Miller. Dante at the top of the key now with the ball for the Maine-Line Jaguars. Kicks it over to Monte Bush. Monte Bush goes up for 3, but it's blocked by Miller. Recuperated by Murphy as he kicks it back out to Monte. Monte over to Alexander for 3. No good. Rebounded by Chris Johnson. Johnson kicks it up to Manny Reeves. Manny Reeves going all the way. Kicks it back into Johnson. Johnson goes up. No good. Good defense by D-Wayne yet again. And Chris Johnson, 6 points in the game. 3 of 9 from the from the field goes. 8 rebounds. As in the corner, Monte Bush misses it. Rebounded by Miller. Miller's going to attack all the way. Goes up. Drops it in for 2. 71-67. That will quiet the crowd. As 4:52 is left on the clock. Now Monte with the ball, crossing Miller, Manny Reeves over. Crosses Manny Reeves over that time, goes straight inside, drops it in to bring it back to a 2-point game, and the seesaw battle continues.
71-69, Miller passes it over to Manny Reeves. Manny Reeves gives it to Johnson at the free throw line. Johnson passes it to Miller. Monte Bush for the Jaguars, 19 points in the game. 8 points in the paint as Winston goes up, misses it, gets his own rebound, goes back up, but he's fouled this time by Dwayne Underwood. His first, team's first, fourth quarter, 4:21 left. And now Winston has an opportunity of taking this game even further. 4-point game if he can knock down these 2 free throws, but of course Winston has a hard time of knocking down free throws, even though he is a 75% free throw shooter. His first one, no good. As we thought. No good, ladies and gentlemen, for Winston's first one. 71-69 still. 4:20 on the clock left in the fourth quarter of play. As Winston tries to get his second out of 2 down in the basket through the nets to extend this lead with plenty of time left. He finally knocks down his second one. 72-69. Monte Bush running the point guard position, gets the ball hop cross half court, picked up by Manny Reeves. Monte Bush gives it over to Dante, right side, picked up by Miller, down to Alexander, drops it in. No, that's Monte Bush, drops it in over Manny Reeves to make it 72-71. Miller crossing half court now. Dribbles behind his back, stops at the top of the key, sets a play, passes it to Johnson. Johnson shoots it at the free throw line, no good. Rebounded by Alexander. Alexander rushing the floor. Chris Johnson, 6 points in the game, 3 of 10 shooting from the field, 8 rebounds as Monte passes it down low to Emmanuel inside to Dante, and he's no good. Rebounded by Miller. He's rushing the ball for the Dayton Wolves. Kicks it over to Manny Reeves. Manny Reeves for 3. No good. Rebounded by Emmanuel. Rushing the floor. And Miller picks up his 3rd foul off of blocking. And that is the Dayton Wolves' 2nd team foul of the quarter. As Emmanuel passes it into Monte. Monte, right side, picked up by Manny Reeves. Gets a screen by Emmanuel. Monte still attacking, still Manny Reeves in his face, passes it to Dante, right corner for 3, no good. Rebounded by Chris Johnson. Johnson rushing the floor. 9 rebounds in the game for Johnson as Miller kicks it to Watkins in the corner for 3 to take the Dayton Wolves up 4, 75-71. 3 minutes ticking off the clock. As Monte kicks it over to Holmes. Holmes at the top of the key, passes it back to Monte. Guarded by Manny Reeves, right side. He attacks the left side now. As he gets a screen by Emmanuel. He's going right side, passes it back to Dante. Left corner 3, answered it back easily. 75-74, 1-point game. Miller with the ball. Crossing half court, gonna attack inside, tries to lob it up to Winston. Winston doesn't get it, rebounded by Johnson. Johnson out to Watkins. Watkins back to Miller. Miller for 3, his 4th in a row. Yes, sir. Miller now 2 of 2 3-pointers, first and second half. Miller 14 points in the first, 18 points in the second half. As the Dayton Wolves take a 4-point lead. Monte turns the ball over, stolen by Manny Reeves. Watkins up the floor to Miller. Miller dribbles behind his back, gonna go inside. Misses the layup after freeing himself up. Rebounded by Monte. Monte up to Emmanuel. Emmanuel shoots the shot at the free throw line. No good. Rebounded by Watkins. Watkins rushing the floor, passes it up to Johnson. Johnson to Miller. Miller wide open for another 3-pointer. That one no good. Finally to end the 3-point streak for Miller. Up the floor at Underwood. No, Murphy with the shot. Don't know why he shot that. He misses it. Chris Johnson with the rebound. Kicks it down low to Reeves. Reeves is fouled. Drops in the and 1. 80-74. And now Manny Reeves heads to the line for 1. And that, Eddie, that right there puts this whole game in jeopardy for the Maine-Line Jaguars.
Well, if they don't do something fast, Kate, this game is over. Down 6, 1 minute and 35 seconds left in this game. This crowd is on their feet. They need to make a lot of noise in order for Manny Reeves to miss this free throw. As they look to go up 7, can Manny Reeves knock down this free throw is the key answer. Manny Reeves knocks it down, 81-74. As Monte Bush now with the ball, crossing half court, 1:30 now on the clock. As he's right side picked up by Manny Reeves. He passes it over to Dante. Dante picked up by Miller. Gets a screen by Underwood. Spins off of Chris Johnson at the free throw line. Kicks it down low to Dwayne. Stolen by Manny Reeves. Miller up the floor. Going to fire the three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Dwayne. Dwayne was the one that cost the Maine-Line Jaguars a turnover. Monte Bush inside to Emmanuel. Misses it. Rebounded by Manny Reeves. 1 minute ticking off the clock as Miller walking the ball up the floor. Wasting as much time as he possibly can in this game. Miller kicks it over to Manny Reeves. Manny Reeves inside to Chris Johnson. Johnson back into Miller. Miller goes up. Misses it. Rebounded by Underwood. Down low, Underwood up to Dante. Dante into Monte. Monte inside, no good. Rebounded by Emmanuel, and he's fouled by Manny Reeves, his second, team's third. Now Emmanuel has an opportunity to trim this deficit. So far in the fourth and final quarter, 35.5 seconds left in this game. Kate may go down into midnight basketball.
No, not at all, Eddie. This game will not go to midnight basketball. Dayton Wolves on top, but Emmanuel knocks down that free throw, 81-75. Still a lot of grounds to make up, but knocking down these free throws will do some justice. Not a lot of time left. There's just not a lot of time left, Eddie. Now 37.5 seconds left, 81-75, looking to make it a 76. Still down by 5 points. As he misses that one. Rebounded by Winston. Up to Watkins. Watkins to Miller. Miller's going to attack. Passes it into Johnson. Johnson is good on the 2 points, and that will be a timeout call for the Maine-Line Jaguars. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. To conclude this game, the Dayton Wolves will most likely come out of Portland, Oregon with this win.
Let's get it started. Get it started. And go till the sun comes up. Because the night is young. And it's just begun. It's just begun. Let's get it started. Get it started. And go till the sun comes up. The night is young. The night is young. The night is young.
As a man, you know what it's like to break your back on a daily basis. Introducing new Bud Silver, the beer for hard-working men. It's just what you need after a day of assembling flat-pack furniture, when instructions are cast aside in favor of intuition. Working with one eye on the job and another on the TV. A day when you're told it looks a bit wonky at least 40 times. Hard-working men want a fuller-tasting, thirst-quenching beer. New Bud Silver. One cold can of You Bet I Earned It.
Hey, Thirst, can I try out a few Coke Summer sound effects on you? Yes. Cool. You okay with this? Yes. And this? Yes. And what about this?
Yes.
Ha! Gotcha there, Thirst. That wasn't sound effects. That was a Coke. I'm no longer thirsty. You're so out of here. Coca-Cola. Open hat.
Taking a family of 5 to the amusement park can cost a small fortune.
Oh, yeah. So to save some money, we thought, hey, let's bring the amusement park to us.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, step right up, young man. Are you ready to ride the wacky waterfall?
That's just the bathtub with the shower head running.
Nope, it's the wacky waterfall.
It's a shower, Dad.
Waterfall.
Wacky.
There's an easier way to save. To get a free rate quote, go to geico.com. Then buy online, over the phone, or at your local Geico office.
Hello?
Hello, sir. I hear you having problems putting together your new kitchen unit.
Oh, yeah, the instructions say that.
What now?
The instruction manual. It makes absolute...
Stop reading that.
Well, what would you suggest I use?
I suggest you use the fact you're a man. Huh? Guys who got pride never relied on no guide, sucker. I'll give you some step-by-step instructions. Buy Snickers, remove wrapper, bite chocolate and get some nuts.
Go to GetSomeNuts.tv for more Snickers Man.
It's O-Rewards Member Appreciation Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Stop in today and check out store-wide savings, plus earn double points on over 225 items. It's our way of saying thank you. If you're not already a member, sign up today during O-Rewards Member Appreciation Month. It's fast, easy, and free. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better prices every day.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
And now back to John with the weather.
Yes, Andy. Tonight, a big storm. Storm this! Get the soccer offer from Pizza Hut and Pepsi. With every 2 medium pan Super Supreme, you get a real soccer ball and 4 cans of Pepsi for free. Yes, a real soccer ball and 4 cans of Pepsi for free. Yes, Pepsi the soccer ball. Don't miss the Pizza Hut and Pepsi soccer offer. With every 2 medium pan Super Supreme, you get a real soccer ball and 4 cans of Pepsi for free. What about the weather, Eddie? Don't resist and call 19,000 now.
When everything you touch turns to gold, gold, gold. Everything you touch turns to gold, gold,
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the fourth and final quarter. 30 seconds left in this game. The Dayton Wolves on top 83-75. Monte Bush having a fantastic game for his team, but the Maine-Line Jaguars will come up short for this game as the Dayton Wolves look to go on their 6-game winning streak as soon as this buzzer sounds at the end of this game. The Maine-Line Jaguars on the inbound. Monte gets his shoots to 3, no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson kicks it to Miller. Miller walking the ball up the floor. Is going to attack inside. Wide open, steps back out. Dribbles beyond the 3-point line, rotates to the top of the key. Going to hold the ball, gets a screen by Johnson. Miller inside to Johnson for the final time. And that will be Miller's 8th assist tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Believe it or not, 8th assist tonight. Miller, 32 points in this game, I believe, ladies and gentlemen, now that I'm looking. Timeout, Maine-Line Jaguars, 85-75. 12 seconds left in this game. There will be a 20-second timeout, Eddie. Well, yeah, a 20-second timeout, so we're going to stay right here live on AAU War Tour Radio. But what can the Dayton Wolves, what Maine-Line Jaguars do? Well, there's really nothing to do. Let's just face the facts. So I might as well not even ask you that question. But the Dayton Wolves win their 6th game in a row. They get it set to go against the double pump in their next game. Ladies and gentlemen, a schedule update. We will have a break, our break after this game, as Miller sits on the bench as well as the rest of the starters for the Dayton Wolves. The second string in for the Maine-Line Jaguars as well. As the Maine-Line Jaguars get possession inside to Dante. He shoots the 3, no good. And the ball will be passed to Wales. Wales trying to give it to the new guy. Not really sure who he is, but he's a very new guy for the Dayton Wolves, but that will do it for this game. The Dayton Wolves now on a 6-game winning streak, 85-75, leaving Portland this time. The Dayton Wolves beat the Maine-Line Jaguars on a 6-game winning streak. They will be right back live on AAU War Tour Radio. In 2 weeks, we will have our break this week coming up. But we will come back the week of the 12th, I believe. Or is it the 19th? The 19th. With the Dayton Wolves taking on the double pump in the jungle, Dayton, Ohio. Then the Dayton Wolves will be taking on the Toronto Terror November 26th, 2017, live in Toronto. So those will be the upcoming games. Ladies and gentlemen, we will talk more about this coming up in the post-game show right after this, ladies and gentlemen. So be sure to stay tuned right here live on AAU War Tour Radio. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the studios as everything is back up and running. Therefore, we're gonna jump into the statistics to end this game. The Dayton Wolves take their 6th game in a row live right here in the Student Recreation Center of Portland, Oregon. Portland State University. Monte Bush for the Maine-Line Jaguars, number 21, finished this game with 21 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 block, 1 turnover, shot 9 of 25 from the field goals, 1 of 9 from the 3-point line, and 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Emmanuel Holmes, number 7, of course, finishing this game, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 5-11 shooting from inside, 3 of 5 outside, 1 of 2 at the charity strike. Dwayne Underwood, number 31, finishing this game, 4 rebounds off his double-double. 12 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 1 turnover, and he shot perfect from the field, a perfect 5 of 5 and a perfect 2 of 2 from the free throw line. That would do it for the Maine-Line Jaguars, as we're gonna go over to the Dayton Wolves. Chance Miller, of course, leading the charge. A great game we've seen him play tonight. 32 points, finishing with 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks, only 2 turnovers tonight in this close encounter with the Maine-Line Jaguars. 9 of 19 shooting from the field goals, 4 of 6 from behind the 3-point line, and get this, another perfect 10 of 10 from the free throw line. Miller did a fantastic job at the break. He was 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Miller went to the line 2 more times. Both were all 4. 10 of 10, a perfect 10 of 10 from the free throw line. That is his 3rd perfect 10 of 10 free throw percentage this season. So Miller did a fantastic job, along with his 8 assists, 5 rebounds, only 2 turnovers is the key. I'm sure that Eddie Grover from Louisville, Kentucky is super proud of those 2 turnovers. Keith Brown, number 2 for the Dayton Wolves, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. He shot 4 of 5 from the field tonight, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Manny Reeves finally cracking the top 3 for the Dayton Wolves. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 4 of 8 shooting from the field, 1 of 2 from the 3-point line, and a perfect 1 of 1 from the free throw line. That will do it for the top 3 for the Dayton Wolves as well. And of course, the Dayton Wolves went out and won this game 85-75. As we're going to look at some comparisons, the Dayton Wolves shot 30 of 60 tonight from the field as a group, 50% from the field goal, 7 of 14 from the 3-point line. And you can guess that again, that is another 50%. 18 of 22 from the free throw line, 82% the Dayton Wolves shot at the free throw line, clicking on all cylinders as a group tonight. The Maine-Line Jaguars, 29 of 66, or 44% from the field goal, 7 of 22 from the 3-point line, 32%. Free throws, 10 of 12, 83%. So the Dayton Wolves and the Maine-Line Jaguars was even, almost even, at the charity strike. 82% for the Dayton Wolves, 83% for the Maine-Line Jaguars. The Dayton Wolves won the fast break points. Comfortless. 19 of 10 from the Maine-Line Jaguars. The Dayton Wolves won that. Points in the paint, the Dayton Wolves took that as well. 42 to the Maine-Line Jaguars. 30 second chance points, the Dayton Wolves won that as well. 7 to the Maine-Line Jaguars. 2 bench points. This is coming off the bench, though. So that is Mike Wells, Keith Brown, TJ, and so on and so on. The Dayton Wolves won that battle as well. 22 to the Maine-Line Jaguars, 18. Dayton Wolves won the assist margin to 23-21. Offensively, rebounds, both the Dayton Wolves and the Maine-Line Jaguars were split 8 apiece. The Dayton Wolves took the defensive rebound total by 5, 31-26. The Dayton Wolves snagged down 31 defensive rebound. The Maine-Line Jaguars snagged down 26. The Dayton Wolves won the steals battle as well. They've won every category on this list. Besides the offensive, of course, they split. The Dayton Wolves won the steals 5-2. The blocks, the Dayton Wolves won 5-4. Turnovers, the Dayton Wolves and the Maine-Line Jaguars both averaged 5 turnovers tonight as a group, which is remarkable. The ball was moving tremendous all night. Eddie, we seen the Maine-Line Jaguars and the Dayton Wolves do battle beyond the 3-point line, do battle at the free throw line. It was just a remarkable game. But C. Miller was the difference maker. If we was in the jungle, we would have heard sirens and the storm all night long. Miller bombed 4 3-pointers in a row before missing the next one. Tremendous. The Dayton Wolves and the Maine-Line Jaguars both split the biggest lead margin, which was 12. Remember, the Maine-Line Jaguars was defeated the Dayton Wolves by more than 10 in the first quarter. 15-24 was the score, I believe. But second quarter, Maine-Line Jaguars came out and took the lead even more. But the Dayton Wolves rallied back, especially off Miller's 2 3-pointers before the break. Back to back. Dayton Wolves, time of possession, 15 minutes, 10 seconds. Maine-Line Jaguars, 16 minutes, 49 seconds. And that will do it for the stats. I mean, there's just a remarkable game, Eddie. The Dayton Wolves won a 6-game winning streak. They head back to Dayton, Ohio, the jungle, to take on Double Pump. A conference battle that we've seen last season take off. The Dayton Wolves lost to Double Pump in 2 occasions, I believe. Maybe 1 occasion, but I think it was 2. The Double Pump coming from Los Angeles, California. Struggling so far in this league so far, but it will be a great match, especially for the Dayton Wolves. They won all 3 road games on the road this series. They won all 3, and they go back home to try and take another win and continue their winning streak to 7 before they travel to Toronto to take on the Terror, which will be a number 2 versus number 3 matchup for the game of the month in November.
Well, Kate, that is 3 weeks away. But the Dayton Wolves has an opportunity to take a well-needed rest. It depends on what they want to do, what the team captain wants to do. C. Miller, we seen him take that hard fall. I think it was like in the second or third quarter. When he was fouled down in a low block, and that kind of shook him up. Just got word that Miller's getting checked out by the doctors, the team nurses, and everything on his left arm. So hopefully that injury to Miller is not too bad. Although he did play through the injury throughout this game, finished with 32 points. I can sense that Miller is in a great deal of pain, but he stuck it out, won this game for his team in his city. The 6 games winning streak that they are on. They get to take a break and get fully rested before they come in the week of November 16th, I believe. I think so. Yeah, 19th. November 19th, and taking on the Double Pump in the jungle. So hopefully Miller's injury is not so severe that he cannot play in the next 2 games, because those 2 games will decide how strong this Dayton Wolves team is. We've seen them take on the Pacific Northwest, finally beat the Pacific Northwest out of 3 games. They got one more game with the PNW Basketball Club. They've beaten the Carolina Thunder twice. They just defeated the Maine-Line Jaguars by 10, 85-75. They beat Orlando Chaos plenty of times before. So this upcoming 2 games for the Dayton Wolves will tell us a great deal for the Dayton Wolves and how they are able to manage against new teams. But I have to say that I was actually surprised at how well the Dayton Wolves played together, although that they did trail by so much at one point, especially in the first quarter. They locked down defensively coming into the second quarter, and they found Miller wide open, bombed 2 3-pointers back to back, which really put the Dayton Wolves back into this game. And from there, Miller just kept attacking. 2 more 3-pointers before he missed his 5th in a row. Remember one time Miller bombed 7 3-pointers against the Middletown Academy. He bombed 8 right here in Portland, Oregon against the Maine-Line Jaguars. So Miller did a fantastic job. 9 of 19 shooting from the field goals, 4 of 6 from the three-point arc, a perfect 10 of 10. That is another game where Miller shot 10 of 10, a perfect 10 of 10, 100% from the free throw line. So that is mainly where the Dayton Wolves got all their free throws. Their points was at the free throw line. It was a battle at the free throw line as well as the three-point line. It was just a great game all over again, and I'm sure that the Dayton Wolves and the Maine-Line Jaguars, the next meet will be possibly the game of the month, because this game tonight was just incredible. It was just an incredible game. They matched up perfectly. And Dwayne Underwood is a phenomenal basketball player. He gave Chris Johnson and Dwight Winston so much trouble down on the low block. He was blocking shots. He blocked Miller twice, I believe, but Miller got his revenge back on Monte Dante. You know, Miller finished with I think 2-3 blocks himself. So it was a hell of a game for both teams, and I can't wait for the next one.
Neither can this AAU World Tour universe. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in with us live here on AAU World Tour Radio on this Sunday night. It was a spectacular night. We hope you enjoyed this game just as much as we did, and we will see you in 2 weeks. The Dayton Wolves is back at home, where Miller looks to try and bring the thunder, the lightning, and everything else, just as he brought it to Portland, Oregon. The Dayton Wolves take it for their 6th game in a row, 85-75, and we'll be right back live on AAU World Tour Radio in 2 weeks, where the Dayton Wolves take on the Double Pump live in the jungle. So long, ladies and gentlemen, and have a great week. We will talk to you soon.